Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 6 preview between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Titans.
When you look at the Titans in this ball game, offensively, I would spread the field and run the football. I would let that offensive line compete versus a favorable box, which is when you take the receivers, put them at the top of the numbers, you widen out that defense. You can only have so many guys in the box, and you should be able to run the football, especially with the type of guards that they have in Tennessee. And they have to be able to take advantage of their wide receivers' ability after the catch. I love what Nate Washington brings. I also love what Kendall Wright brings after they get the football in their hands. Short passes can turn into big gains this week versus Seattle. And on defense, I would play more of an underfront. You want to slide that nose tackle toward the strong side of the formation where you have the advantage and where they are weakest. I think that's a huge win for the Titans defense. You want to force the Seahawks to play weak side offense and not attack strong side. And you want to take away Golden Tate. You want to bracket him whether or not he's in a slot or if he's on the outside. Take away that number one option for Seattle, and you have a great chance of knocking off the Seahawks at home. Now let's move over to Seattle in this ball game, and if I'm the Seahawks, I'm staying in the 4-minute offense the entire game. Your 4-minute offense is when you're trying to finish a ball game, trying to close one out when you have a lead, but it's also a very good ball control offense, and I think that's what the Seahawks need to neutralize and stabilize that offensive line. And I would get creative with those guys up front, go unbalanced, maybe bring in an extra offensive lineman as an eligible tight end to try to help solidify that offensive line, because right now they're showing a lot of leakage, and you can't have that versus a Titans defense. Defensively, you want to stay active at the line of scrimmage versus a guy in Ryan Fitzpatrick who tends to flatline passes. You can get some tips, which could ultimately result in interceptions, and you have to get off the field. The Titans can do a great job of chewing up the TOP. They can move the football. If you can't get off the field like you weren't able to do versus the Colts, it could be another long day, this time out there at home.
The Tennessee Titans are going to have to maximize their possessions in the red zone this week versus the Seattle Seahawks. And here's the play they could utilize from the 10-yard line going in that can get Ryan Fitzpatrick on a move and give him a two-way go. Show you right here what we're trying to do. We're trying to influence the defense to go this way and follow Delaney Walker, who we're putting in motion here, putting him in motion. And once he gets to the outside leg of the tight end, you want to snap the ball, because what we're going to do is bring him up and over. Hopefully drawing coverage here. Maybe the cornerback is sitting here, draw coverage this way, because what we're going to do, dashing Ryan Fitzpatrick out, sitting the fullback in the flat, tailback is blocking. We have backside streak right here, entertainment route. So now he has a two-way go because we have the tight end going to the corner. First read, second read. It's a simple read, and we know he's an athlete. Push come to shove, he can take it in there and run it for himself. He's actually the third option. So that's just a simple play they can utilize this week versus Seattle in the red zone in order to have some success. When you have the talent in the secondary like the Seattle Seahawks do, you can get creative in how you play the running game. And I think they could get aggressive and stack the box with 8 guys in the box and still be well protected versus the pass. I'm going to step out the way and show you how they can protect themselves. And what a defense looks like is what we would like to call an under 10. This is actually what you'll see the University of Louisville run with Charlie Strong. An excellent defense versus the run, only if you trust your corners and have a free safety back here like Earl Thomas that can make plays sideline to sideline. So you got 8 guys in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the box, so you're well protected versus the run. Your corners are manned up one-on-one on the outside. And this is a good defense because you have your safety hole help with the linebackers. Normally the strong safety is out this way, and you have a big void here where your linebackers is in a bind. But now he's that hole defender. He's helping out the linebackers by stepping in the box. So basic alignment, your 5 techniques job is straight C gap contain. Right there, he's shooting this gap here. Your nose is playing at one technique, and he's in a loose shade. He's in an underfront where he's shaded to the strong side, of the formation, which is your tight end. Got a lot of words in my mouth, guys, so you gotta pardon me. The 3 techniques job is to play straight B gap. He has B gap responsibility, and the defensive end is in the 5 technique. He has the weak side running game if it's coming his way, but he also has C gap responsibility. Now your strong side backer is in a loose 9 technique. And what that is telling everybody is that he has D gap contain versus the run, but versus the pass, he's manned up on this tight end, so he's going to have to get him covered. And what you see right here with the strong safety, his job is to play leverage back to the Mike. If it's a run play coming this way, his job is to fill it and force it back to the Mike backer, which is right here, so he can make the play. Now versus the pass, he's playing 3-by-2 funnel. So if this tight end's coming this way, it's his job to pick up the tight end, get a good hand on him, and if the back goes this way, now it's the job of the backer to now take the running back that's closest to his side. So that's how you play the funnel technique. Now you got the Mike linebacker. His job is to play inside out versus the run. He's going to spill the A gap right here. And versus the run away, his job is going to be, to hold down that B gap backside. So you see right here, you got everyone has a responsibility. Everyone's doing their job. The weak side linebacker's job is to contain defender as well too. So you see how the Seattle Seahawks can stack the box versus Chris Johnson and still be well protected on the back end versus the pass. And I think this would be a great opportunity to stack it, stop the run, put these guys in second and long, third and long situations, then you can start to unleash your blitz packages.
The X factor in this game for the Titans will be their wide receivers. Like I said before, I like the matchup between these guys and the Seattle Seahawks secondary. If they can get the football in their hands quickly, they can do a lot of damage versus the Seahawks defense. The X factor for the Seahawks will be Russell Wilson's passing rhythm. I know a lot of it has to do with the offensive line's inability to pass protect, but you have to find ways to get your young quarterback in the groove early and throughout the course of a ball game. Now here are some coaching points that you want to keep an eye on in this ball game. For the Titans, the wide receivers have to win the one-on-one battles versus the Seahawks' outstanding cornerbacks. If they can do that, they can have a great day offensively. And you want to get CJ2K on the perimeter, utilize that speed on the outside, and hopefully he can pop one for a big gain. And on defense, you have to go with a tight cover 2, gives your defensive line a chance to get pressure on Russell Wilson going against that weakened offensive front. And for the Seahawks in this ballgame, the defensive tackles can't lose the battle inside. The Titans have some excellent guards along that offensive line, and they have to win that battle in order to stop what they want to do offensively. And on your own offense, you want to work the backs in the passing game early. Both Turbin and Lynch are excellent receivers out of the backfield. Get those guys involved, get them matched up on those linebackers, and you could have success. And you have to finish ball games. They had the game last week versus the Indianapolis Colts, won, especially when they were up 12-0. Keep your foot on the gas, keep your foot on their throats, and finish a ball game. I like Seattle in this ball game, and what will be closer than a lot of people think. The Titans are a very good football team. The one thing that's lacking right now is consistency from the quarterback position. The Seahawks definitely have one of the best young quarterbacks in the game, and their defense is looking for a bounce back showing over what they did last week. So I like the Seahawks to win this one at home. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Seahawk fan forums and Titan fan forums for always showing football game plan support.